Alright guys, BLM here, we're back with more Detroit Become Human. Yeah, we're continuing on. We just finished Shades of Color. So let's go. Next up will be A New Home, I believe. Is Kara for the first time. So actually, wait, first off, let's go look at the flowchart. Because again, we're going to attempt to be a 100% completion. Oh, have we done 96%? We've done 96%. Okay. So I guess it won't really matter. We just need to make sure to do this one missing thing. Oh, which is just to read something. So we just missed like a very minor thing then. So where is it though? Let's look this up. Because I do have a guide in front of me at this point. Because I want to make sure I get this. Alright. It's in Todd's room on the cupboard by the door. Oh, it's okay. I'm an idiot. Yeah, a lot of these I missed because I didn't flip pages. I didn't realize that was a thing. That I thought one magazine, that was just it. That was the magazine. But like you actually had to flip pages and those count too. So that's annoying. But okay, so that's the only thing we have to do here. So everything else will be kind of rushed. Like because I don't care. Like fuck it. I'm trying to think, what kind of relationship do we want with Alice? I guess I mean, you can't really have a really negative one. So I guess we'll just be as positive as possible with Alice. I mean, I don't feel like there's a reason to be super negative. Alright, fuck, wrong button. What is that?
You coming?
Oh, I didn't realize that our because that's what becomes the military camp later, right? Isn't that? I might be wrong, but it's like I didn't realize that's where we were. I might be wrong on that though. But yeah, it is the next morning. I did get up late because I stayed up until like literally like the last video I recorded I think was at what 4 o'clock or so.
You do the housework, the washing, you cook the meals, and you take care of.
Maybe it was 3:30. It was pretty late. But yeah, I got
Alice!
the PS4 collection video done, and then I got 3 episodes of this done while that was rendering and uploading.
That's Alice. You look after her. Homework, bath, all that crap.
Yeah, this is so strange. Yeah, because spoiler alert. Like again, yeah, this playthrough is obviously meant for people who've already played the game, but just the Alice twist. I mean, like I thought it was cool at the time, the first time I saw it, but in retrospect, it makes no fucking sense. It makes. I mean, it makes sense to a degree, but it's like it's not. It doesn't make a whole bunch of sense. Whatever. Like you have to stretch at certain points for it to make sense. And I feel like once there's a point where you have to stretch to make things make sense. I feel like that's when you know that the story wasn't told in the best possible way. And that's a lot with David Cage. I mean, David Cage is a very lazy writer in terms of like, again, Heavy Rain is like Heavy Rain's so frustrating to me because it's like Heavy Rain. It was so easy for him to not fuck that up, yet he still fucks it up with the Origami Killer. It's like it's so easy. Like, it's not even that hard there. Come on, like it's so simple. It's like, just don't make Scott Shelby say anything that's like super convoluted. Which, I mean, he avoided for not really though, because like the inner thoughts things also fucks it up. And I don't know what the fuck David Cage, like I just don't get David Cage as like, I mean, again, I enjoy his stuff for the most part, even though like I do understand, like obviously it is like very flawed from a writing standpoint, but like when he makes like the flaws that he makes, I just don't get why he makes them. Like it's so strange to me. It's like it's like they're very minor, like basic mistakes. It's like, did David Cage have any like? It's like David Cage again. Obviously, he's known for being like enormous narcissist and everything, but it's like he just seems like someone who wants to be a writer without having any like knowledge about how to write at all, like any knowledge about real I don't know, it just feels like he never learned anything about I shouldn't say narrative structure because that's not what it is, but either way, like there's this, like the way that he presents his narratives, if that makes sense. Like obviously, I mean, like obviously he always has these themes very. He makes his themes like super blatant, which I mean, obviously people like Chris. I mean, that's one of the main criticisms of this game's narrative is just how blatant the themes are here, and dude, I don't mind that as much, to be honest. But I do understand it, obviously. What are we doing now? Report to Todd? Okay, fine. I don't care. Obviously, we can do more, but I don't really care about this.
Do what you have to do, but stop bothering me.
Yeah, I'm looking up David Cage's background because I really would like to know. Because I actually don't know. So he was originally a musician. Created a company, Totem Interactive, in 1993. Worked in music and sound production. Worked as a freelance musician on several television films and video game projects. He founded Quantic Dream in 1997, and obviously from there on he did games. So that's interesting. Wait, really? That's really a thing? Warren Spector called David Cage one of the best storytellers in the business? It's like, what business is he talking about? I mean, like, yeah, like, I mean, David Cage is whatever. And if you don't know who Warren Spector is, he did Deus Ex and I think like Wing Commander and Ultima. And System Shock. Actually, I forgot he did System Shock. But yeah, I mean, I mostly knew him from Deus Ex. Okay, so this is what we got. This is the. Is this the only thing? It's this magazine, but then we had to flip the page. Yeah, I didn't realize that was a thing. That's really annoying. Is that you flip pages? Yeah, there it is. Price of Life, I think. So you flip pages and you get more magazines. There we go. 100% completion. So again, the rest of this doesn't even matter. Like I really don't care. Is that what our goal is? Is to clean his room right now? Okay. So David Cage, it's kind of weird. David Cage, like Quantic Dream has been around for 22 years, yet they've only done 21 years. Well, it'll be 22. Wait, no. Oh yeah, it'll be 22 years in June. But it's like they've only done 5 games. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what happened to time? I mean, that's like one game every 4 years. I mean, then again, I mean, like I get because they did Fahrenheit, which I guess that took them 2 years. Oh no, sorry, Nomad Soul, Omicron, that took them 2 years. Then Fahrenheit took them, how long is that? That took them 6 years? I've never played Fahrenheit, by the way. I would really like to. Wait, is it on PS4? Is Fahrenheit on PS4? I didn't fucking know that. I need to get that. Why haven't I played Fahrenheit? I didn't realize... Well, it's Indigo Prophecy in America, but... I didn't realize, that was on PS4. It's on PSN. Yeah, $15. I didn't realize that. I don't know if I'm willing to spend $15 on it, but I mean, like, if that ever went on sale for, like, under 10, I think I would pick that up. I didn't realize that was a thing. I didn't realize there was a remaster. Okay, that's cool. I would like to give it a shot because again, I've never. I do I? I know I don't own it. Never mind, I don't own it. But again, I would like to give it a shot because obviously it's supposed to be like it's proto Heavy Rain and whatever else. I mean, I believe it's a bit more actiony if I remember right than those games. But still, I would like to give it a shot. And I know that narratively it's supposed to be ridiculous, but still. And then from then on, that's the 3 games I have played of theirs. It's Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit. with, yeah, I mean, Heavy Rain really was a game that, like, at the time, like, there just weren't games like that in 2010. I mean, that was before Telltale became really popular. Obviously, without Telltale, there would have been no, like, Life is Strange or anything like that. I mean, like, at the time of Heavy Rain, like, I really can't even think of another game that was like that. Especially on consoles. I feel like with PC, there were definitely... So, I mean, Fahrenheit, you might debate on, whatever. Yeah, and then... Who published this, by the way? Atari. I forgot Atari published Fahrenheit. Actually, Quantic Dream published it themselves, the remaster. That's interesting. But, yeah.
Watch it.
And also, I think about David Cage. Like, as much as you want to criticize David Cage, he does write a lot. Like, I mean, his scripts are ridiculously long for these. I mean, obviously they have to be long because they are, like, video games of multiple branches and whatever else. But, like, I believe... How long was the script for Detroit? Because I believe he always says, like, how long the scripts are, because obviously he's not much of a narcissist that he needs everyone to know. But, let's see. Which, by the way, like, yeah, 2,000 to 3,000 pages, which is ridiculous. Which, again, like, when we're going to a movie script, and, like, a television script, the way those work is usually 1 page is 1 minute, is the general rule. So, essentially, this is 3,000 minutes of footage. Which, how many hours is that? 3,000 minutes. Fuck. Right by 24, so yeah, 125 hours. So yeah, that's a lot, obviously. And that's just that's just the script. I mean, that's not even including like how much time you're just walking around and whatever else. That's literally just the dialogue and whatever, and like movements like this and sort of thing. But again, 125 hours essentially of footage is, I mean, of like lines and whatever, is pretty ridiculous. I mean, from a gameplay perspective, obviously there's not much here. At the end of the day, it is more, I mean, like, I think there's more gameplay here than there is in Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. I think this is, like, again, I just feel like this is the perfect evolution of that sort of gameplay type. Where, again, I loved Heavy Rain back in the day. Even though I had issues with its narrative, I loved... And a lot of people complain about this in David Cage games as well. It's like the monotony of doing, like, random shit. Like, and having to do motion controls for, like, every little thing you do. Or, like, doing... Yeah, pushing controls for everything you do. I actually don't mind that. Oh, wait, did we not finish Todd's room? Shit. Like, I don't know, I never really, Oh, we have to ventilate, okay. Dude, I always liked that part of it, because I felt like it gave us a sense of, like the everyday life of the person, because, like, again, like, a lot of the criticism of Heavy Rain was, like, the opening of Heavy Rain, where you're playing as Ethan Mars, and you're essentially just doing monotonous shit for the first, like, what? Which, that's interesting. So it shows you that, but it shows you it blurry. Like, you never actually see it clearly, do you? See that she looks at it, though. So that's interesting, that they do that, whatever. Okay.
I'm sure we used to be friends before I was reset. Maybe we can be friends again. Your father said you chose my name.
Yeah, I really like the soundtrack of this game.
That's
Even
nice.
like obviously no one talks
How did
about
you
it.
choose it?
No one cares about it really, but I don't know, I really like it actually. I think it's. I mean, like, yeah, is it anything mind-blowingly great? No, but I think it really fits the game. It really fits these scenes.
What
Oh
should
no,
we
I'm an
use
idiot.
here?
Why the fuck did I push that? No, okay, I'm an idiot.
You should tell me about yourself. What you like to do, where you like to go, your favorite foods. That would really help me.
Should we open it? We might as well. I forgot what's in there again. Oh, yeah, it's the pictures and stuff. Should we? I mean, yeah, let's do it. Why not? Yeah, because I've done it both times, I believe. I doubt this has much of an impact. And again, like, the thing about this game, like, even though, like, this, like, like, the thing about this game, like, you just tell so much work was put into this game. Like, no matter how much you criticize the narrative, whatever, like, there's just so much work going into this game. From, again, like, the ridiculous amount of lines they had to all do. Again, supposedly, I'm looking at this, yeah, supposedly there's 35,000 camera shots, 74,000 animations, 5.1 million lines of code, which, I don't know if that's, like, how much is a normal, like, how much normal, like, how many lines of code there are in normal games. Again, this part's a bit ridiculous though. It's like her learning about what happened through like fucking this. This is dumb, but whatever. Okay. I mean, Witcher 3 has been said to have 1.5 million. And that's a massive game. Then it is a smaller company. But yeah, 1.5 million. That's again, Detroit has 5.1 million. So, but again, I mean, lines of code is really an arbitrary thing, isn't it? I mean, because obviously, like, I'm thinking, I mean, if you're there's like kind of a standard. But what are we doing? Wait, what are our urgent tasks right now? Do we have any? Optional tasks now. We'll just go to Todd. I don't care enough about this. So this should be the end of this chapter. We actually wasted 18 minutes on this.
What are you doing?
I'm playing.
And yeah, look, he was able to get a pretty good cast here, too. I mean, like...
I know what you're thinking. You think your dad's a lowlife? Huh? Fucking loser? Can't get a job, take care of his family? Don't you think I tried to make things work? But whatever I do, when someone comes along, they just fuck it all up! I know what you think of me. You hate me. You hate me, don't you? Say it! You hate me!
Anyway, how much of a lunatic is Todd, though?
What am I doing?
Especially considering, like, we know that this is a robot, like, that she's an android. So, like, doesn't that make this even more weird? Like, considering, like, why the fuck does he even care enough to do this to a random android? There we go. That should be 100% completion, right? I didn't fuck it up. I'm pretty sure that is. Yeah. So let's go to the next chapter. So are we at the Manfred chapter, I think? Yeah, we are. Okay, so we gotta look, because I missed some easy ones here, I feel like. Yeah, we're only at 75, so we missed two here at the beginning. So we gotta figure out what these are. Okay, let's look at the full flow chart. Which is hard to see. Okay, it's reading things. Okay, so both of those are reading stuff. This is an entirely separate branch on its own. So I have to play piano. It looks like. And is that it? I know, and then one more up here was that. That's oh, pick androids. Okay. So, okay. That shouldn't be too... We should be able to finish this in one playthrough, I think. We just need to figure out where the stuff that we need to read is. On the ground floor, go inside the living room. Okay. 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 So where's it? It's... Oh, so you can't... Oh, you have to... What? Oh, is it here? No? Can you not go in there yet? So again, where is this book then? Oh, we have to put down the... Okay, I'm an idiot. That's what we have to do. Now can we go to the living room? There we go. Okay. Because I was talking about earlier, I didn't know how you were supposed to go in here, and I was an idiot because I realized now that, yeah, we had to put down the package first and then we could go in. Because before I tried going in here before and we weren't allowed to, and I was like, well, that's dumb. But it's like, I figured out now that obviously all you had to do is just put down the package first. Okay, so there we go. So that should be the 2. Yep, that's the 2. So we need to, when we get to find something to do, play piano, and then select androids for that one. Okay, so there's a couple other things to do here. Yeah, none of this actually matters at this point. None of these are branches, but I still would like to see what else is here. Like, what can we do when we're on our own here? Not much, obviously, but... Okay, why? Why is that a view? Whatever. That's cool, like, it instantly opens up when you're here. Oh, we can do the cleaning and everything now instead of later. Wait, what the fuck? I just realized, wait. How did this even get here? I just realized, because it's there also later. Is that a different one? Which, why the fuck was this paint here when we left it at the front? What the fuck is this? It's so dumb. Whatever, alright, might as well do this too. So, yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I did want to, I forgot, I was going to go through all of the, I was going to continue with the, going through the history of this channel, right? Like an overview of the channel. Because again, like I saw a couple channels do this for like their year. I thought that was like a fun idea to do during one of these videos, and I got through April on this. However, like back in the Minecraft episode Let's Play, like I was talking through April, and never actually finished. I was one away from finishing, but I think we'll continue this in the next episode. We'll talk about it in the next episode. I think right now we might as well just continue on with what we're doing here, and or you know what, let's just give a brief overview, like just so that we could start off from the beginning again. So I mean, let's just give a like kind of a shorter summary of that, just so we can start off from where we left off. So essentially, yeah, again, I'm not going to go too much in detail of why I started the channel. I've already talked about that many times in the past, and I talked about it in that Minecraft video, but I mean, essentially what it was I was playing Assassin's Creed Origins for a third time, and I always thought, like, you know what, maybe I can do something with the share mechanic on PSN, so it's like, or PlayStation, or PS4, so it's like, I was like, well, we'll record this, we'll see how it goes. Again, no one ended up watching it, but it was fun to do. I really enjoyed playing the game and uploading it, so I decided to do it more, for pretty much most games I've played from that point on, and yeah, I moved on to Horizon Zero Dawn, which was a game I wanted to replay, then Uncharted Lost Legacy and Rise of Tomb Raider, which were two games that I hadn't played yet, but were games that I had been, I just picked up on Black Friday, so played those, again, just trying to get through this pretty quickly, but yeah, and that was the entire 2017, like, because I started in mid-November, November 15th, so it's like there wasn't much time there, and also I took a lot of breaks. That was the point where I wasn't really doing it the way I'm doing it now, where I'm continuously playing game after game after game without much of a break. So I came back in the new year, did the Assassin's Creed series, like played every Assassin's Creed game from, I mean, that was on PS4 at the time, so 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 4, Unity, Syndicate, and Origins, and in between Black Flag and Unity, the Hidden Ones came out, so we played that as well. And then we did a replay of Origins, which was the first replay we did on the channel. We followed that up with God of War 3. And then we did The Walking Dead Telltale, which was fun, though my audio was fucked in those videos, because I didn't realize, because I was an idiot and I didn't use headphones at that point, so it's well, everything fucked up. And then I did a Naughty Dog sort of thing with Uncharted 1 through 4, and then The Last of Us, which that was fun. Played those games, and then because, yeah, like at this point in the channel, during February, it was kind of a weird month. Actually, yeah, I have this list here of like how many games I played during the month and everything too. So yeah, I mean, like, first month of November was only half of it. Did 41 episodes. Did 41 videos. December did 103, which again, that's, you would think that sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. So then we get to January, which was definitely the most at the time. Did 217. Again, there was some other life stuff going on there that allowed me to record a little bit more there, but even at the end of the day, that isn't that much. But then at the time, I was also playing other games on the side. Like, I wasn't dedicating everything to the channel like I am now, where like literally all of my gameplay time that goes to this channel. And then so we're going to pass 30 minutes, but we might as well finish this chapter, I feel like, so we'll just continue on. But then we get to February. February, it was the same thing. I was playing Persona 5 at the same time. That took up the entire month for me. And also, a lot of stuff was happening with my house being renovated and everything. So it's just, a lot of stuff was going on that made it so I couldn't record as much. So only 150 episodes during that month. Then played Wolf Among Us, and I guess then started Tomb Raider, and then that's what led to March, where March... Actually, even March, only 174 videos. That's not that much either. I don't know why that one's so low. Because yeah, we'll get to more recent months, and it's a lot more. But yeah, played again. That was kind of a period, like the early March and February, as I said, was kind of a period where we were kind of waiting for Curse of the Pharaohs. So I was kind of cautiously picking what game to play like so that we wouldn't fuck it up and Curse of the Pharaohs would come out and we wouldn't be able to play it. So yeah, we've played Tomb Raider 2013, played Tales from Borderlands, then did Guardians of the Galaxy, and then we did which were Telltale games, which again I regretted doing those so quickly, doing those back to back, because we really ran out of Telltale games super quickly, but whatever. And then that's when we started playing, like we played Oxenfree, which was actually the first game I'd ever played on the channel that I hadn't played before, or hadn't played like again, because with Rise of Tomb Raider, again, obviously I'd played Tomb Raider 2013, with Uncharted Lost Legacy, I'd played the other Uncharted games, so those weren't new experiences, really. Like, while there were new games, they were like, they're similar to other games I've already played. Oxenfree was the first time I played a game entirely that I've never played before, so there's that. And then we did the Curse of the Pharaohs playthrough, followed up by an Origins New Game Plus, because that had come out and I hadn't done it yet. So we did that, and then we did Firewatch. Oh, and Unfinished Swan and Firewatch, which again, Unfinished Swan being another game that I'd never played up until that point, so that was another thing. And then Firewatch was pretty good. Did those, and I think I did both those Let's Plays within one day, which I think is ridiculous. And then we moved on to The Witcher, which, again, I had just finished The Witcher on my own, like, the previous year. The previous month, like, very beginning of February. And, yeah, played it again on the channel, and I really loved it even more. I mean, like, I enjoyed The Witcher 3 by the end of it, but it's like playing it on the channel really made me love it even more. And then also I played the DLCs, which we got through Hearts of Stone at the end of March. But really loved the DLCs as well. I mean, like, again, I had never played them up until that point, but DLCs were really, really good. And with Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine. Television. Then we played, so for April, then we played Back to the Future Telltale. Because I just recently bought that. So we played that. Follow that up with a replay of Walking Dead, which I don't... Yeah, I've said this in the last time we talked about this. I don't fully know why I did that, to be honest. I feel like that's just kind of a weird spot to do it. Like, I know why, because I talked about it while doing The Walking Dead initially, that I wanted to replay the game and do opposite decisions for the channel, and I did that there, but it just feels like a weird spot for me to do it right there. And then we did Assassin's Creed Rogue, because the remaster version of that just came out, and I picked it up. So we played Rogue, which was whatever, and then we played Game of Thrones Telltale, which was the final Telltale game. Okay, we got to play piano, right? It was the final Telltale game I could play at that point, because yeah, I was waiting for what was it? I was waiting for Batman Enemy Within. I was waiting to pick up Batman Enemy Within before playing Batman Telltale, so I guess hopeful. Why not? So there's that. And then Mass Effect, and then next up was Mass Effect Andromeda, where Mass Effect Andromeda, we did a near 100% completion of that. I mean, we played through every main mission and side mission in the game, and I really like, I got a new appreciation for the game after that. I really enjoyed it more. I mean, like, first time I played it, like, I rushed through the game and I really didn't love it. I thought it was okay, but I didn't love it. I really liked it on the replay. Again, is it Mass Effect 2? Is it Mass Effect 3? No, I mean, it's not. But I think it's pretty good. Though from a narrative standpoint, it definitely falters. Like, it's not good from a narrative standpoint. But from a gameplay standpoint and everything, I thought it was fun. And then now we're caught up to where I was at the time of the last thing, and so this is taking long. This chapter's taking way too long, isn't it? Are we supposed to continue? Oh, we are. So this is taking a while, isn't it? Okay, well, can we just exit? We can? Okay. I didn't realize we could just exit. Alright.
Something has changed in the way you play. Sometimes I think you have more humanity than most humans.
So, and yeah, April. Oh, yeah, and then the last game that I played in April, which I didn't get to last time I was doing this video, but was God of War. And I feel like God of War, now we're actually going to take a more of a deep dive from this point on. But yeah, God of War was really, I think that was the point where, like, it wasn't because of God of War, but I think, like, I look at this channel, like, when I look at the history of this channel, which again, no one cares, but, like, I kind of feel like God of War is kind of a break-off point, where I think like probably like its own eras. Like I think like November through December is probably its own era of like just based on the way I was doing videos and the way like I picked what game to play. I feel like November and December obviously was like just very different, and I feel like January through January. I think January through April was a period where I was just playing games I was like really comfortable with. Like, there was no game there I played that I was, like, super uncomfortable with. And I think that definitely changed once we get to May. And also the way, like, once we get to May, I start, like, really devoting all my free time to this as well. So, yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, so April... we did 208 videos, which was the second highest of the year. I mean, the second highest month at that point, second to January. So again, did a good amount, but I mean, again, 208 really isn't that much, actually. And we'll talk about why later. Because again, looking at recent months, 208 is not that much. Fuck, I just realized I never updated this, but I never updated this for December. I need to finish that. But because this is my own personal spreadsheet I keep of what games I played, which is weird. The weird thing is that the month, as of right now, the month I played the most games during is actually a month that we only played like a couple games. We'll talk about that later. So yeah, and God of War was great, obviously, but I didn't even like it that much the first time I played it. I actually found it really underwhelming the first time I played it. It really took me a second playthrough to really start respecting God of War. But
What's your verdict, Marcus?
Don't like.
I'm not a very good judge. I don't think it's your best work.
The truth is, I have nothing left to say anymore.
So, yeah, next up we got May, and I think May, the thing is May, I mean, that was when my semester just ended. I was thinking I was going to go to Atlanta again to do a part-time, to do a job, summer job, that's what, in Atlanta. Didn't end up doing that.
Give it a try.
And essentially what I did for my entire summer was just play games on the channel and that sort of thing.
Give it a try.
Mind you, like there was some family stuff going on at the same time, so it's like especially like May, we pretty much had free reigns, but like June and July and then parts of August, I was definitely busy at points. But for May, I mean, like I really wasn't busy at all during May. Okay, this is taking a while, isn't it? Yeah, who cares? So during May, which is ironic because it looks like July actually recorded more than I did in May. But whatever. May, I am doing 239 videos, which at that point is a record. Is 20 videos more than January. So there's that. And again, I had no school or anything, like pretty much in May. I think all my classes had finished by the end of April. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, and we started off May with, I mean, a more comfortable sort of game with Life is Strange, and then we played Before the Storm right afterwards, which, again, I played Life is Strange a billion times. And Before the Storm, I hadn't played at that point. I just recently picked it up, but I do feel like it was a game I was pretty comfortable with, obviously, because it's just more Life is Strange from a gameplay perspective.
I think I can do that. It's not in my program.
Go on, go. Try it. Grab that canvas.
So we played those, and those were fun. I mean, Life is Strange was a lot longer than I remembered. Yeah, about 13 hours it took us to do Life is Strange. Before Storm took about 10.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
But yeah, I enjoyed Life is Strange. I still want to replay the game on the channel at some point. Haven't gotten around to it for whatever reason.
Try to imagine something that doesn't exist.
And then right after that, we played Final Fantasy 15. Again, another game that I had played, I think probably around March or so. And I beat and I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to play it on channel. So we did that. Final Fantasy 15 was pretty fun. Okay, we're gonna do androids, right? And then we're gonna do, I guess, Hope. So this should be 100% at this point. Okay. So yeah, we did Final Fantasy 15, which was a pretty basic experience. Again, we finished it. We took the easy way with that. There's like this corridor section, like one of the final chapters. I forgot which chapter now, but it's just a pure like corridor after corridor after corridor, and it really sucks. Like I really hate, like I think it's good from a narrative perspective. From a gameplay perspective, it's fucking boring and whatever. But we took the easy way out on that, and that made it a lot better at least.
Oh my god.
But we got through that, and I think like even though I said God of War was kind of the changing point, I think this is really where things started to change. Where I definitely started to go out of my comfort zone with a couple games here. I'm really only 2, and then we took a bit of a break from that, and then we went back to it back in June. But
You all right?
yeah, like these 2 games though were really a bit different. And it also started something that I retroactively did later, which was a sort of PlayStation exclusive marathon or like series where I did 10 games in a row that were all PlayStation exclusives. Mind you, some like half of them were replays. Or was it 11? It was 11.
No,
somehow.
I swear it's not that.
Okay.
Don't lie to me.
Oh no, it was,
What difference does it make? I just need
it
some
11?
cash. That's all.
yeah, it was 11. Okay, it was 11 games
The
actually.
answer's no.
What? Why?
You know
But I just love the
why.
way he says that. The answer's no.
Yeah, I think I do know why. you'd rather take care of your plastic toy here than your own son, right? Tell me, Dad, what's he got that I don't? Smarter, more obedient, not like me, right? But you know what? This thing is not your son. It's a fucking machine.
Leo, that's enough. Enough.
Yeah, this video went on for way too long. But yeah, we'll talk about we'll continue on with this sort of conversation next episode.
You've never loved anyone. You never loved me, Dad. You never loved me.
Okay. Is that 100%? Should be. Cool. We did it. 100%. So we'll end here. Next episode we'll go ahead and continue on. But for now, thank you for watching.